Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're plunging right into a really interesting question today from the book of Revelation. Who exactly is the bride of the Lamb?
It's a classic puzzle.
Right. And the core of it is, does bride mean just that group of 144,000 we read about? Or is it, a much wider group of faithful people? It really opens up a lot.
Absolutely. And the sources we're looking at give us two pretty distinct takes on this. We're pulling from Revelation chapters 7, 14, 19, 21, and Hebrews 11, 2. So we'll explore both sides.
Okay, great. Let's dive into that first viewpoint then. The idea that the bride is only the 144,000. This view connects the New Jerusalem, Revelation 21 calls it the bride, the Lamb's wife, directly with that specific number, the 144,000. And proponents, they point to the details of the city. Revelation 21 describes 12 gates, 12 foundation stones, and they see that as a direct match to the 144,000 being sealed from the 12 tribes of Israel back in Revelation 7.
Exactly. It's presented as a very precise, almost architectural alignment. And what's really interesting here is how Revelation 14 describes these 144,000. They're called redeemed from the earth. They're singled out as first fruits, which implies, a special set-apart offering. And critically, they're described as without fault.
Without fault. That's quite something.
It is. And this perspective suggests they get this unique empowerment, this latter reign of the Holy Spirit. It sets them apart as the bride, specifically. Other martyrs, faithful people, maybe more like guests at the wedding.
Yes, okay.
This idea also sometimes pulls from Hebrews 11, verses 39 and 40, about God preparing something better for certain figures. Some interpretations even use terms like most excellent wine saints for this group, suggesting a kind of superior quality of faith or sacrifice that earns them this exclusive role, a distinct reward.
A hierarchy of sorts.
Yeah.
Okay. But as you said, there's another way to look at this. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The alternative view says, no, the bride includes all martyred witnesses.
That's right. It broadens the definition significantly.
So how does that challenge the exclusivity?
Well, it looks at the New Jerusalem, the bride figure, as representing everyone martyred for their faith throughout history. The key text often cited here is Hebrews 11, verses 13 to 16. It talks about all these figures who died in faith, called foreigners and strangers, and it says God prepared a city for them, plural. The argument is that city is the New Jerusalem, the bride. So the bride represents all of them.
Ah, okay. So it's not just one specific group from one time period.
Exactly. And think about the Apostle Paul. In 2 Corinthians 11.2, he talks about his work to betroth the believers he's writing to present them as a pure virgin to Christ.
Right, to the Corinthians, a whole church.
Yes. So if the real bride was only ever going to be this future group of 144,000, wouldn't Paul's language there feel a bit misleading?
Good point. It suggests a broader invitation, doesn't it?
It does. This view stresses that all martyrs show incredible dedication. They're all spirit-empowered, like those heroes of faith listed in Hebrews 11 later on, verses 35 to 38. And the wedding feast itself, in Revelation 19, the call goes out because the bride has made herself ready. This perspective argues that ready means the full appointed number of witnesses from all time periods is finally complete. So all of them together make up the bride.
The 144,000 are still vital, but maybe as part of that larger whole.
Precisely. Important, yes, but not necessarily the entire bride to the exclusion of everyone else who suffered for their faith.
Okay, so reflecting on this for you, the listener, we have these two powerful interpretations. Both views deeply respect the 144,000 mentioned in Revelation. But they diverge sharply on this question of exclusivity. Is the bride a unique title, maybe a special reward, for just those 144,000, a kind of ultimate inner circle? Or is it a symbol that embraces all faithful witnesses, all the martyrs across the ages, showing a universal divine value placed on that level of sacrifice and commitment?
It's a profound difference in emphasis.
Definitely. So we've walked through two very distinct ways of understanding who the bride is in Revelation.
And it really highlights how interpreting these powerful symbolic texts can lead down different paths, doesn't it?
It does.
But what strikes me is that whichever view you lean towards, both emphasize an incredible depth of commitment, righteousness, sacrifice, a profound connection with the divine.
Absolutely. So as you think about all this, maybe consider, how does viewing the bride in one way or the other affect how you understand God's purpose, or what sacrifice means, maybe even how it shapes your own spiritual path? What other questions does this whole discussion stir up for you? Something to ponder.